Alright, so this is the middle of the face, space right between your eyes. And so what we're going to do is going to measure 1 inch, so a half an inch on the left and half inch on the right. That's the middle part of your face. Then from that space here, measure 1 inch. That's the length of one eye. Come to this side, do the same thing, the length of one eye, 1 inch. And so you start to draw your eye here in this space. Remember, you don't have these really huge eyes, so avoid drawing the anime style eyes. And also don't worry about giving the eyes too much personality. That's just a basic generic shape for the eyes. So we have that. That's the first thing. Next thing is from the edge of the eyes to the edge of your face, it's a half an inch. Edge of the eyes to the edge of the face is half an inch. And it normally curves in a little bit right here on most people's faces. So we have that curve, we'll account for that. From the middle of your face to the bottom of your nose is approximately 1.5 eye length, or 1.5 inches for this. That's the bottom of your nose. And then the edges of your nostrils, or the wings of your nose, will on both sides go out a half an inch, so it'll line up with the corners of your eyes. So right here, half an inch on that side. And so when you draw these in, make sure you don't extend this towards the bottom. And just for this, a generic shape, we're going to keep it the shape of a parentheses. We got that in there. That's a little line to kind of show a little bit of the nostril. Then from the bottom of the nose, go down a half an eye. This is the top of the lips. Go down another half an eye. This is the top lip, and then this half eye right here. This is your bottom. So top lip and the bottom lip. And remember, we're doing this with the mouth closed, no smiles, no facial expressions, just a general photo, a general look to our face. So in the middle of this, about middle, the width of your lips are from the middle to the edge 1 inch, from the middle to the other edge 1 inch. So 2 inches all the way across, or 2 lengths of the eye. This is the edge of your mouth. This space here it gets to be a little tricky because you think it'll be too small, but trust the technique. Once you have it drawn in, you will be good. So just a generic basic shape for the lips. Alright, so you have top and the bottom lip, then about in the middle, just for the sake of this tutorial, about in the middle, we'll have that little M shape, a stretched out M shape to give us a nice pair of lips. Now from the bottom lip to the chin is about 1 eye length. Alright, so we have that. I'm only making that dot. Don't put a V shape because then you'll have a tendency to point the chin. So we have now made this bottom half of the face, so we can build on this curve a little bit. Comes in, and you have the cheekbones and the jawline and all of that stuff that comes into play. Take your time and make sure this looks right. You don't want the face to be super round. You don't want it to be super pointy. You want it to look like an accurate face, an accurate shape. So we have the bottom half of the face. I'm going to adjust this line a little bit more for some balance, and also pay attention to that. As you draw a face, you don't want one side to be more round than the other in a significant way. That will make it look weird. Alright, so the bottom half. Now we're going to go back to the middle of your face. We're going to go up 1.5 inches. So I said that 1.5 inches right here. There we go, right in this space. This is about where your hairline will be. Alright, this is just general. If you have a receding hairline, then, yours will be different. But this is generally where it will be. And then from there, we'll go up another 1.5 inches. Now this 1.5 inches right here, this represents the top of your head. So just imagine if it was a bald person with no hair, you were drawing them. So this is kind of where your skin will be. This is not where your hair will naturally be. Even if you have a low haircut, the hair will sit off of the top of this a little bit. And so once I have that space marked, I'm going to go ahead and draw the shape of that. Make sure you draw that shape round, not like a cone head, not a pointy head. Alright, so you have that. Next thing we want to do, come back to this middle space with each eye. So from the middle of the eye to your brow is about a half an eye. Alright, and your eyebrows are literally about the length of your eye. It is the brow of your eye. Just think about it like that. Don't draw your eyebrows where it's all weird and crazy and you look like a cartoon character. Same thing here. So from the middle of the eye, go up about a half an inch. Alright. Measure that, measure that. It's kind of where the bottom of the arch will be. And also remember, your eyebrows they're not really big things naturally. So don't make your arches way up here. If you overdo the arch, then you'll look like you drew on the clown makeup or the rodeo clown makeup. Right? And so now you have this generic basic shape almost complete. The next thing I want to do is account for the ears. Your ears are about even, top of your ears are even with the bottom of your brow. Right, so from here to there, here to there, and then your ears also come from the bottom of the nose, right, so 1.5 inches on each side, right. So from this middle part, we'll go down 1.5 inches. This is where your ears will be. I'm measuring it from this mark here in the middle, 1.5 inches. And just for this, we'll just draw a basic generic shape for the ear. When you're facing forward, unless your ears are popping out a little bit more, then you won't see a whole bunch of the ear. If your hair is covering your ear, you definitely won't see much of the ear, if any ear at all. Alright, then the last thing I want to do is I want to come right here, right off of this area where your jawline and your ears will meet. And you can use your hand to fill that space yourself. Where your jawline and your ears meet, this is about the space where your neck begins to happen. Alright. So this is the space where your neck begins to happen. Two quick things about that. One, if you draw it really low, if you draw it lower than that, like in this shape, in this space right here, then you'll have a really skinny neck and it'll look as if you are, that you have some issues. And then the other thing you want to avoid is making just straight vertical lines. Remember, your neck actually kind of tapers in a little bit and then comes out here for the most part. And that gives you something good, general, and accurate. So as you do this tutorial, make sure you follow the steps. You can watch this video. You can also look at the tutorials that I put in Google Classroom, and it'll show you the steps that I've taken. Enjoy.